Greetings, my fellow servants of the God Emperor. It is the Ash Heritor, and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We are going to be doing something today. I'm not sure what. Let's find out. In our quest log, in the previous episode, we went and fetched Solomon Anthar from Viabos, where he'd had a little bit of... he collapsed into despondency and was taking down on the local everyone, prisoners and wardens alike. Wasn't very good, but we convinced him to, pull himself up and keep on. And we petted Glyto, so big plus there. And then there was a whole matter of Heinrichs, who found his old colleague, Emelina Lichtenhardt, who was digging up some old chaos stuff. Well, human stuff that was definitely tainted by chaos, and had to resort to turning to chaos to fend off Drukhari attacks. And made some interesting accusations about Heinrichs' boss, Xavier Kalkazar. That he was consorting with the Drukhari, and I don't know, maybe is behind some of the Drukhari's nonsense. When we go back to Footfall, I reckon we might get some answers to that. Should be for some interesting stuff back in Footfall. I can't wait. Anyways, we're gonna go do some other stuff before we go back to Footfall, because I've been warned, don't go back there unless you don't care about the rest of the things that you're doing. So, companion quest rat hunting is going to be on Footfall. And that's going to be on Footfall. We still don't know where the 3 sorrowful phalanges are, if you commented in my previous episode. Oh, hold on. It was discovered on the planet Jezavon. The cult of the Nourishers, tainted with genetic corruption, was discovered on the planet Jezavon. Okay, hold on. That might be something. And then the Choirmaster has handed the Lord Captain a suspicious message containing Conrad Voigtvir's call sign on Odeonathus 11. Well, let's have a look at our void map here. Maybe there's going to be a couple of things we can spot that we can make our way back to. There's still 2 planets we can check out, and I don't think this matters very much, but quickly see if there's anything on either of these. Anyways, we're getting a little bit of XP. I reckon we'll be max level before the end of the campaign. 7 Promethium. What's our Promethium? You know what? I'm gonna just set one up. Sure, why not? Alright. Back to the map of the Coronus Expanse. How y'all doing today? Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing, adequately. Let's see here. What do we got? This is forewarning within rumor proximity. What rumor? What was forewarning? This one. Several ships have vanished in the Toribum Maledicta. Astropaths from across the expanse are broadcasting alarming warnings to each other about an unknown threat in the region. I mean, we just came from here. That's also with forewarning. That's a loathsome discovery. I think, like, some of these things... So it was loathsome discovery again. And Heavenly Chariot. We'll quickly check that. On the snow-covered planet, a sickening sight unfolded as hundreds of ungodly mutants wandered in an enclosure equipped with spikes, hooks, and other instruments of torture, caught in the throes of unbearable agony of body and mind. The Drukhari beacon, fed by their torment, reawakened the homunculus' prism, which gave the coordinates of a lava world in the Normer 4 system. Okay. That sounds bad. The governor of Amberworld has spoken of a heavenly chariot of a certain king of distortion, a local god who deforms the bodies of people. It seems this chariot is some kind of anomaly manifesting in the system. So wait. Is that back? That's not good. Maybe we need to quickly head back to Normer 4 and check this lava world. So we'll do that.
Lord Captain, we have just received an urgent message from Dargonus. Marshal Strax requests that you come to the Administratum Palace for a discussion of utmost importance. Alas, that is the extent of what we know. The message ends there.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to go back to Dargonus then. On the way back, we'll check out Narmer 4.
Rogue Trader, please accept my report in person. It concerns criminal collusion among the senior officers. They will also be present to be able to answer the charges.
Criminal collusion.
I would prefer not to divulge the details over Vox. It could be overheard by those who will have to stand before you and answer for their actions. I will see you without delay. On my way.
Okay, looks like we got some shenanigans that he's uncovered among our own officers. We'll see what's going on here. We can tolerate a little bit, but not much. If it's, an officer smuggling an extra crate of wine for himself, whatever. If they're dealing with heresy type of stuff, that might be something else. So these are the senior officers here.
Rogue Trader, I hold the 3 senior officers accounted for the misconduct I have uncovered as part of my investigation. I allege that the ship's crew is full of wanted criminals. Do you refute the charge, Janus Danrock?
The High Factotum stares at the arbitrator with uncharacteristic coldness.
What are you insinuating, esteemed Proctor? Heretics on board the ship of the Emperor's Anointed are a threat to the whole Imperium. If anyone knew of this and failed to report it, punishment will follow. Isn't that right, Voxmaster?
Vigdis does not react in any way to the arbitrator's words.
I do my duty honorably and will obey the Lord Captain's will, whatever it may be. Solomon, why have you gathered my officers together? I have uncovered a scheme involving all 3 of them. It is coordinated by the Voxmaster, who buries incriminating facts about the Voidsmen on your ship in the depths of the archives. Janus Danrock and Ravor turn a blind eye to the sordid pasts of the new recruits and divvy up the workforce that has come into their possession. This is a completely insane accusation. We are not bringing criminals into the crew intentionally. Of course we're not. I'll admit that we do not try to hunt down every biographical fact about each Voidsman who sets foot on board, but only because that would be a hopeless endeavor.
Danrock falters for a moment.
But none of us had any intention of populating your ship with heretics. Are we really taking fugitive criminals into our crew?
Sort of. Janus clears his throat, shuffling from foot to foot.
Sometimes they slip through the net because we don't have information from local wardens. Sometimes we're forced to overlook an unsightly past for the sake of acquiring niche specialists. Even common smugglers, for instance, often turn to be quite an asset on Ravor's crew. We do draw a line, however, at even a whisper of genuine heresy in a Voidfarer's past.
Vigdis raises her gaze to you.
I'm sure you realize, Lord Captain, that smuggling and false cultism are both heresies in the eyes of the law, for they transgress his word. But one is more dangerous than the other, to put it bluntly. Why have you kept this from me? We did not intend to hide it from you, Lord Captain. Theodora did not deign to involve herself in so trifling a matter as replenishing her workforce. She was only interested in ensuring that there were no interruptions in the running of the ship. We have always handled crew appointments on our own, without your ladyship's involvement. Why not hire people from the lower decks?
Ravor lets out an uncertain chuckle.
What our esteemed Master Helmsman meant to say is that those unfortunates are only suitable for menial labor. It is simply impossible to find qualified voidsmen in the numbers we require. Solomon, why stage this scene, accusing senior officers in front of the entire bridge? I was in a rush and applied the regulations I'm accustomed to using on other vessels to your flagship. It was my fault for misjudging the situation, Rogue Trader. I've heard enough.
The assembled officers look at you in anticipation of your decision.
What would you do in my position, Solomon? I can see that your officers are acting for the good of the dynasty. It would be unfair not to take that into account in their sentencing. Therefore, I propose a process of atonement for the criminals brought aboard. Those who show due diligence and loyalty at the end of their term may officially join the crew. All expenses are to be taken out of the personal allowance of these 3. It will be their penalty for circumventing the law.
Not bad. Let's check the bonuses here. So, If we do nothing, we get officer's commendation. The rogue trader entrusted her senior officers at the task of recruiting specialists. As a token of the officers' appreciation, components of the macro cannons were upgraded with special Voidfarer technology, rumored to be at the crew's personal expense. In the first round, the flagship's macro cannons make +1 attack. Okay, so it's alright. So we can allocate protectorate funds for trained specialist crewmen. We have enough masters of the craft on board to train a new generation. Trained specialists. The rogue trader put a stop to the recruitment of fugitive criminals. The qualified personnel shortage was solved by appointing specially trained voidsmen from the crew. In the first round, the flagship's lance weapons deal +3 more damage. Okay. And then Solomorn's suggestion. Redemptive Act. From now on, recruits with dubious backgrounds will undergo a penance procedure, and those grateful fugitives will be particularly zealous in destroying everything that has ever linked them to their dark past. +5 weapon damage dealt to pirates in the first round of space battles. These bonuses aren't really good. I do like Solomorn's suggestion. I like Solomorn's suggestion. Let's do that. The officers look at each other in silence. Their respect for you, or perhaps their fear of you, stops them from expressing any displeasure. As you command, your ladyship, we will see it done. Alright. I do appreciate that Solomorn saw that there was a reason for this. That it wasn't just... they did this, therefore they deserve to die. So, he's showing a bit more nuance than he did before. That's good. Alright, so we're in Narmer. I'm going to quickly check the volcano planet and see if there's anything going on there. Narmer. A storied name for the first pharaoh of Egypt. Means raging catfish. Okay. Pointing to a lava world in the Narmer system. Well... some rumors are nothing, right? I feel like we already did this. It's the problem of taking a long time to record in between episodes, though that is not the case with the last one. I'm recording this right after the last one because, finally, I have time to actually do 2 at once. Probably won't happen again for a while, but we'll see. Okay, back to Dargonis. Yet again. I do like that you have to interact with your capital quite a lot. It is a bit annoying to constantly be having to go back here, though. So, I don't know. One thing or another. Yeah. Maybe not Ulfar. Maybe Abelard. Oh, interesting. It says here, Yura can help you predict some ambushes. So is that just like a thing that, like, if you have her in the party, some of the random ambushes that'll show up will not be ambushes. That's kind of cool.
Keep your wits about you.
Very thematic. Alright. So we gotta go talk to our favorite person in the entire Administratum. Oh, mercenaries. Mercenary Zeta, Mercenary Delta, excuse me? Why are there mercenaries here?
The fangs of the expanse, dogs of war salute the rogue trader.
Yeah, there's a lot of mercenaries here. And then Marshal Gregora Strax and Vulture. Okay. Marshal Strax regards the prefect with an implacable expression.
Out of the question. I will only speak about resolving this situation with the rogue trader directly. No intermediaries.
As she speaks, Prefect Vulture's augmetic hands constantly fidget with a tattered piece of paper that may have once been a report.
But for how much longer might we have to wait for the rogue trader? 10 turns? 30? Thrice that? Time is an invaluable commodity, and we currently have none, esteemed Marshal. Not to mention that Decree RP/84-289 explicitly states...
She stops abruptly when she sees you. The Marshal raises his chin.
Rogue trader, the Adeptus Arbites request your immediate cooperation. The sacred tithe collected from the Coronus Expanse is in danger, and you are the only one who can negate this threat.
What danger are you referring to, Marshal?
All of the Expanse is ablaze, rogue trader. This state of disorder jeopardizes a critical strategic location, the planet Alethus, a clandestine world provided by Theodora von Valantius for the purpose of storing the tithe collected from the worlds of the Coronus Expanse. Strax's cheek twitches. At present, the planet is overflowing with the sacred tribute, amassed over the course of decades. After we lost contact with every single ship sent through the Maw in recent years, the decision was made to cease all attempts to transport the tithe out of the Expanse until the warp's tumult has subsided. It was for just such periods of the Maw's impassibility that this storage world of Lethus was devised.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. The raspy voice of the prefect cuts across the marshal's speech.
If I may provide certain details as per regulations, prior to being sent to this temporary depot, all tithe shipments were first brought to Dargonus. These deliveries were made using barges crewed by servitors, with the only people on board with the privilege of autonomous behavior being key officers and an arbitrator escort. In other words, the location of both the system and the planet was strictly classified. A special pact was made with the Navigator House. Even I was not entrusted with the coordinates.
The Marshal looks straight at you.
Given the scarcity of our resources, absolute secrecy is Lethus's main line of defense. However, we are detecting increased activity near the storage world's location. I do not want to do this, but I am quite plainly forced to ask you for your help. Go to Lethus and organize the extraction of the Imperial Tithe to Dargonus for further safekeeping.
A nod towards the strangers in the room.
Who are these people? They do not look like administratum clerks.
The prefect looks at them and snaps her fingers. The fighters immediately make the sign of the Aquila.
These are my bodyguards, members of the Fangs of the Expanse. They are here to demonstrate my willingness to offer the Adeptus Arbites whatever cooperation I can. In other words, they are here in case the diplomatic approach fails and you need a show of force instead. Who are the Fangs of the Expanse?
Mercenaries.
The Marshal spits the word out in disgust. Volter sighs.
Gregoras, you know we need every fighter we can get these days. You have precious few people at your disposal, and every year fewer still remain. The Adeptus Administratum regulations do not prohibit the employment of hired force.
She meets the Marshal's gaze with calm composure.
Very well. Increased activity, Marshal. Do you suspect that someone is trying to find their way to the planet?
The Marshal draws a sharp breath.
Impossible. That would mean that someone commanding vast resources and influence knows of its existence. We have no evidence that could support this conjecture. Considering the current state of the Coronus Expanse, with the pirates and Xenos roaming where they please, it is far more likely that the storage world will be discovered by accident.
If there is a possibility of protecting
the tithe until it can be shipped to the Imperium, I would prefer to do just that.
I must remind you, to my embarrassment, that Dargonus was gutted by Xenos not long ago.
And I hope you have since drawn some conclusions about the importance of guarding your key worlds.
The Marshal raises an eyebrow, then sighs.
The Expanse burns, all of it. We have no safer option.
Not gonna ask how much it is, that's a tad suspicious.
What can you tell me about Lethus? I do not recall seeing it on any star charts.
At my insistence, it was struck from all astrogational data. It was once a peripheral world with no value to tithe collectors, which is why its disappearance did not raise many questions. No one cared about a planet that had nothing to give.
Theodora had a whole secret planet in her possession, and yet no one cared to inform me.
The prefect clasps her hands.
Lady Theodora was fond of secrets, and good at keeping them. You inherited those secrets when you ascended her throne, but there are so many of them that apprising you of all of them would be an impossible task, as is determining the scope of your knowledge.
Thanks. I mean, we know why they can't export the tithe themselves. They don't got the manpower, they don't got the ship.
Then this must be resolved without delay. I will go there at once.
I will have the coordinates and passwords transferred to you. They are for your eyes only. Once you have arrived at the location, you are to oversee the Tithe's transportation to Dargonus. We will meet the barges here, and then redirect them to secure vaults.
I must ask that you hurry, your ladyship, before all is lost.
The prefect bows. Alright, well,
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I know what we're doing this episode. We're gonna go look for that. This is now the 3rd or 4th mission in the new DLC. The difficulty's probably gonna ramp up. Sure as hell did with, Void Shadows. Yeah. Last fight with, the Emperor, aka, Kibella's former boss, was pretty hard. We'll see. Maybe this one will be hard, or whatever the hell happens here. I reckon there's gonna be a fight. So Lethus, huh? Where might that be? We've been dithering around this section of the Expanse for quite a while. Oh, this is where... we were right up there. Okay, so that's where... That's Lethus. And then we can head up to Oedanthus. Odenathus. So that's where Voidfear is. Okay. Dead Man's Chest. Also, something going on there. And a space combat awaits. Okay. Well, so we have to chart a course here, somehow. We could do that. We could also fly around, because there's already a course there. Might be handy. We can also make this gap a little bit better. God, I kind of want to deal with this. But no, we started this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go on over here. And then I will make this a safe route. So we have basically a circuit that we can travel around the Expanse without any issue. Huh. That ain't good. A huge portal unfolds before you, and a horrifying transport vessel emerges. Its hull is ridden with the unholy markings of the final dawn, and behind it stretches corpses on chains, frozen in the icy void. The astropathic choir starts wailing in agony. The giant is followed by the blasphemer's smaller ships, like eager dogs hunting for prey. The crew curses the enemies of humanity and is ready to destroy the heretics. Request a combat readiness report. There are reports from many compartments of strange whispers creeping into people's minds, causing some to freeze in terror and others to go berserk. The traitors of humanity have called down witchcraft upon the ship, but the crew remains steadfast and undaunted. Request a report from the astropathic chapel. The warp is boiling, illuminated by the mad, impossible colors exuded by the ship. Gnashing his teeth in pain, the duty officer reports that an unholy sorcery of immense proportions is taking place aboard the enemy vessel, where thousands of sacrifices are being offered to the dark gods, tearing the veil asunder. The abominable portal that spewed out the heretics is ablaze with roiling warp energies. Fire all weapons! You will strike first. A transport unfitted for battle should be an easy target, but an impossible shimmering field surrounds the ship and absorbs the explosions. The bridge erupts with cries of righteous anger. The heretics will fall. Battle stations. Yeah, obviously we gotta take this out. We're not gonna run away from it. Okay. Hard space fight. Big enemy ship. Like, what kind of transport are we dealing with? At the very least, it's protected by something. Is this just a random encounter? This feels like, but I don't know. Alright, what do we got? Okay. Oh, it's gonna go into the portal. Triumph of Massacre. Alright. 2 Hellbringer-class light cruisers that we gotta take up. So we gotta blow these 2 up before that gets into the portal. And then also take it out. Okay. Well, we got our work cut out for us. Is there other ships around? I don't think so. It's just these. Well, let's get to it. I think I'm gonna fly right here. we can start peppering this thing with macro cannons.
Open fire.
We can also torch it with our lance here. Right? Right.
Fire at will. We broke their shield, Lord Captain.
We did. So if I go this way now, I am now going to unleash my torpedoes.
Torpedoes away.
And we can use our macro cannons right here. Hopefully we can kill this one. Nice, one down. Fantastic. Okay. We could shallow jump. So we can still move a little. We can go too forward. I don't know, our movement's a little screwy here. So I guess there's something going on. We'll shallow jump. And then what I'm going to do is go that way. And then fly here. Get in as close as possible. I don't think this is going to do anything.
Open fire.
Well, it did something, just not much. So what about an Empyrean Storm? Is that going to do anything here? Not much. But hey, it dealt a little bit of damage to that one's shield. And reinforce prow. Yeah, good luck with that. Alright, so unfortunately our escorts haven't gotten the memo that we need to take out the Hellbringer first, but that should be okay. Let's get some damage in. Okay, lances a go.
Lance battery. Volley.
That was damage. Alright, so if I go here, we should be able to kill it with our, although we do now have to get through the shield again.
Salvo.
But it's good. Alright, you're now undefended.
Make every shot count.
Get the damage in. Warp Storm. Warp Wave. Yeah, what now? I don't know. I mean, it probably has some guns, would be my guess. So who's going next? Oh, there's Infidel class raiders over that way. Oh, they came out of the portal. Huh. Just one. Anything else? Torpedo control? It's not going to do enough. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's going to go before my torpedoes can. I'm going to use the torpedo control. At least move them here. Maybe should have waited. No, I can go again. Okay. Let's see here. So if I go here, pull alongside this thing,
All hands. Prepare for
we can
acceleration.
keep hammering the unshielded side. Oh, but I can't do anything further. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Enter. Okay, so they're gonna shoot some torpedoes. Get a little bit of work done. Seem to be bypassing the shields. Okay, very good. Got some of those torpedoes. Nice. Great. We crashed. Thanks, Heartless. That thing can move. Well, I mean, you didn't get far enough away. So, fun with that.
Engage the engine.
Okay, so you can't fly under them. That's nice.
Salvo.
Goodbye. I would like to target the other one, so can we get the increased range here? Just hit the
Make
Infidel.
every shot
Goodbye. Alright, easy peasy. So we fly up here and we
All
just
hands.
warp storm
Prepare
the
for
torpedo.
acceleration.
Alright.
Time to reap
Victory.
the spoils of the battle.
High energy focused arsenal. Which allows prow-mounted lance weapons to be used in sensory overload mode. In this mode, the lance weapons suffer a -15 penalty to hit chance, but inflicts the sensory overload effect on the target. This effect significantly reduces the target's maneuverability for next round. Interesting. We also have the Deceiver shifting shield. Okay, 130 as opposed to 190. The shield can be immediately withdrawn at any time. For example, when ramming an enemy. It will not be spent and will not provide any protection. No, that's not very good. No. We're gonna get rid of those. Sensory overload thing might be kind of nice, especially if you couple it with torpedoes. You can kind of cripple them. The battle is over. All around there is wreckage and countless corpses. Your guns have burst the transport like a rotten fruit, and myriad bodies float out into the void. Judging by their clothes, they were innocent inhabitants of various worlds captured by the final dawn. Search the wreckage. Grip of the Empyrean. The blasphemers must have captured the Pilgrim's vessel and converted it into their unholy sorceress flagship. Among the wreckage, you manage to find a vile amulet that exudes the corrupting influence of the warp, and a data crypt. A data repository sanctioned by the Adeptus Mechanicus to be used in conjunction with a cogitator. Interesting. Judging from the surviving data, the Final Dawn raided unprotected planets and captured their inhabitants for use in dark rituals. The sorcery helped the heretics move swiftly between worlds and evade punitive strikes. Now the Expanse can breathe a sigh of relief, for you have eliminated a monstrous threat and saved millions of lives. Let's consign the corpses to the cleansing flame. The crew on the bridge watches the mass burial in the void. May the Emperor embrace these unfortunate souls. Okay. Cool. Cool little encounter. Again, pretty easy. We are on hardest difficulty. So where are we going? We're going there, so just get to Adermat 2, and then we can make this a unsafe route for 2 navigators in sight. I think, yeah. Fucking, I'm gonna make it safe. I don't want to have to go through it again. Alright. We can chart new routes immediately. Maybe there's gonna be another way out of here. Or not. Alright. Lethus, here we come. Hopefully we'll be able to land on this planet. This is reminding me of At-Aten from Star Wars. The, what was that recent show with the kids? The treasure, and yeah, it was a treasure planet, basically. Kind of a fun show. Not the best one ever, but also not bad. Nothing here on this lava world. We do have some space dust. We'll take a look at that. Seems to be our objective, so we'll go there last. And get some trophies. And we'll fly around here. Two plasteel. No, thank you. Alright. So, this will be Lethus.
Lord Captain, we are now in Lethus's orbit. The ship has successfully exchanged access codes with the Adeptus Arbites outpost, but their landing pad is unavailable. The shuttle pilot is already calculating the closest possible landing point.
The Voxcast is interrupted by a crackle that turns into a ragged ultrasonic hum. A moment later, the connection returns to normal. What was that just now?
There appears to have been an intrusion into the data stream, one that was executed using the Dynasty's secret codes. I can only assume that we have encountered an additional security measure installed by Lady Theodora. Send the tech priests to determine the cause of the malfunction immediately. The investigation is already underway, Lord Captain. The incident did not affect the security of our voxcasts. It seemed more akin to reciprocal auger scanning. Why is the landing pad unavailable? The augers are detecting foreign objects in the way, possibly cargo containers.
Okay. I'm ready to descend to the surface. Okay, so who are we bringing? Who's the most trustworthy in our group? The Imperial Tithe. I mean, Eldar don't care about throne gelt, so we'll bring Irliet this time. We obviously are bringing Solomorn. Could be fun to bring Abelard. Heinrichs. He doesn't care about throne gelt. Bring Argenta too, but... You want to bring Heinrichs? Or we bring Kibella? I've brought Kibella quite a bit. She is my shadow. We leave Abelard in charge of the ship. Alright, it seems like they're stacking up Munitorum crates. We'll quickly level up Irliet, because we haven't done that yet. So, first tier archetype. Sharpshooter. It's not much, but I reckon it'll get multiplied. Ooh, good music again. I'm gonna take the fresh target, actually. And do Lore Xenos. Cool music. Really good.
I always keep my options open.
The container is tightly sealed on all sides. Something is scratched onto the lid. 5 tons of the finest SLGE. Don't know.
Judging from our past history of traveling in the Rogue Trader's retinue, I am expecting profit-related activities to commence any minute now.
Okay, that's not. A cache with goods stolen from the containers. You spot a pile of blackened jewelry in the dirt nearby. Likely thrown out of the crate to make way for provisions and weapons. Okay, what do we have here? Advanced Adeptus Arbites shotgun. Let's quickly compare it to what he's got. Final chord. Better armor piercing. Rate of fire 1. Got no dodge reduction, though 3 dodge reduction isn't that good. That's... I think better. Also 8 ammo instead of 4. Yeah, I think this one is better than Final Chord. Final Chord does look cool, though. It's got the bling. However, this one also looks pretty cool. Oh, hold on. This does even more. What the hell is this? Soul Pattern shotgun? Where was the Arbites shotgun that we just got? Where'd that go? The advanced Arbites shotgun. Did I grab it? Pretty sure I grabbed it. Yeah. I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna equip this one anyways. Whatever. It's a little confusing. I don't know where it went. Also, there were the boots that we picked up last episode. These ones are better. Alright.
I always have a backup plan.
So I was gonna maybe think about using them on Solomorn, but I will quickly check to see what everybody's consumable situation is, because we should have some. I wish you could have these auto-replenish. That'd be great. Be a lovely quality of life thing. Or I guess auto-replenish when able. Or just a button. So you have some things. There's healing kit. Yeah, take another one of those. And why don't you take... I mean, we're going to keep her with Eldari stuff. I do like for it to be thematic. You've got everything you need. You could take another advanced crack grenade, I think. Or another advanced frag grenade. You have one regular crack grenade. We've got the modified ones here. I'm going to get rid of this one and send it to cargo. And then we'll use that. Hold on, what's this? Resonance grenade. Oh yeah, that's the one that deals damage based on the deflection. That's cool. Higher armor targets take even more damage. You have a basic-ass med kit. Let's get rid of that for something, I don't know, better. Huh. Why? Large med kit. Battle simulator med kit. Just add to cargo. Add to cargo. Got plenty of these. Okay. Good to go. Medicae, what's going on? Okay, we have to go around?
Just
no, we don't.
as I was
A glittering
told.
object on the corpse's hand catches your eye. A string of silver prayer beads with the tarnished Adeptus Administratum symbol. The victim must have been buried alive in the middle of an inventory inspection. Oh yeah, that sucks. That sucks. You were indeed buried alive in the middle of an inventory
Let
inspection.
us not dawdle.
What a way to die. Okay, what do we got here?
Who's that? More shadows from the riven sky? They're sure dressed nice. Hey, is that an arbitrator?
Pirates again?
Why would an arbitrator be here? They're all holed up in their outpost, and this world's crawled. And this bunch has crawled out of the dump. Waltz will deal with them. He can smell a fake.
Oh, they have a Lehman Russ.
Move it. The captain will decide your fate.
Okay, they're not hostile.
Quit loitering. Go to Captain Waltz. He'll sort you out.
Guardsman as well. There's Captain Walls over there.
Captain Waltz, do I take the oath now? I swear never to abandon a comrade in arms and... Have you ever been under fire, son? No, Corporal. Here's your oath, then. Go, stepchild of the Imperium. Become bones in the foundation of the new truth.
Okay, so we got ourselves a Imperial Army captain.
Rise
or
to the top, or get
Imperial
left in
Guard
the
captain.
dust.
What do we got here? Weapons both old and new from a variety of worlds lie together in an incoherent pile as if jumbled by a child's hand. Every gap is filled with ammunition of different calibers. What do we got going on here? Gilded ceremonial blades are tied with rough ropes to the spikes surrounding the encampment. Okay, we can untie the blade for whatever reason.
Just as he ordained.
Death Hymn. It's a knife. Whenever the wielder kills an enemy with this knife for the first time in a turn, they immediately use War Hymn, which does not provoke attacks of opportunity. Gain momentum equal to 2 times the devotee's willpower bonus. This ability also grants an additional willpower bonus for each enemy that is either within a 5-cell radius around the devotee or was hit by the devotee this turn. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Like, is the damage good enough to, it's not bad, actually. What is your willpower? 40. It's not great, but it doesn't have to be. So every little bit of resolve does help. Where is the weapon? It's a melee weapon. It's a knife. Okay, we're doing something with no sorting. I see what's going on here. Type in ascending order. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, these Colt Blades do quite a lot more damage. I don't think it's worth swapping these out. Well, dodge reduction 60. No armor penetration, though. It only has 10. I would swap this one out, even though it does a little more damage. Whispering Mercy. Then again, do I want to do that? Who else could make use of it? Heinrichs could make use of it. And again, he's got a Force Sword. The Immaterium Chandler is a tad better than it. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably not worth it. I could use it, but I got the Warlock's Blade, which I'd rather use. Yeah, I don't think there's really a place for this weapon. It's kind of a cool idea, but... yeah, it'd require a very specific build to make good use out of it. That's cool. I like it when there's weapons that have that very specific build that could make good use out of it. Gives you incentive to
Always
try
keep
out
your
more
eye
stuff.
on the prize.
Let's quickly head up here, if we can. We cannot get over there, so I guess we gotta talk to Captain Walls first. Can't do anything else here. Can't go over that way. What about here? There's a bunch of goods here. Giant tank shells. And new boots. The Slow March of Death. Whenever the wearer uses charge, Dance Macabre, Dash, or Death from Above, the wearer's damage is increased by 4% until the end of their turn. Stacks up to 3 times. Obviously better on somebody that can do a lot of this. So this would be good on Kibella. We'll quickly have a look what Kibella's boots are. I don't know if I want to get rid of these. So her being slowed or immobilized would suck. But a stacking 4% damage bonus for every time she uses 2 abilities that she can use multiple times every round. Particularly when she can also use the I jump back to the location that she started in and actually make use of that full stacking damage bonus is pretty good. It's a bit risky, but I think I'm going to equip the new boots. Wherever the fuck they are. What do they look like? I think it was... these? No. These. There we go. Slow March of Death. In this case, the relatively fast March of Death. And then we had the ones that she had previously. Somewhere. I don't remember what they look like either. There we go. Free runner boots. Maybe I give that to Heinrichs. Bladed boots are good, though. Inflicting bleeding is nice. What about Ulfar? I do like him kicking people. Also, he can't wear normal boots. Makes sense. No. Alright. We're going to leave it as is. Okay.
Is there money
Nice.
to be
We are
made?
finding some good equipment here. So, I guess we're going to talk to Captain Waltz. A man steps forward. The hideous burns on his head make it look like a ball of molten wax. The pupil of one of his eyes is clouded, but the other eye is sharp and alert.
I heard a shuttle, and you are here. Not a Tithe, not clerks, but guests from the riven sky. The chance we've long been waiting for.
They think we're from another ship.
These guardsmen refer to you as a captain. I do not know by whom or with what right that rank has given you, but it means nothing to me. Every living Tithe unit must be commanded by a sergeant. Where is yours? I need them to take us to the Arbites outpost. Our sergeant. We strung up our sergeant. The Arbites gave him to us. They serve the riven sky, and nothing comes from the sky but evil.
Okay. I have no idea what any of this means yet. The guardsman's one eye studies your squad intently as if calculating something. Solomorn turns to you and commands in a flat voice.
Murder of a superior officer, desertion of living Tithe quarters, defamation of Adeptus Arbites members. More than enough for a verdict. Who are you? Self-proclaimed Captain Waltz, stepchild of the Imperium, as we all are. A living Tithe abandoned to his fate. And a Death Worlder veteran who ended up among recruits by mistake.
Of course, all the Tithe is sent, and plenty of the worlds have guardsmen as Tithe. So we're just left here. Oh, this was a recipe for disaster. And you admit to murdering your commander so easily.
Commander? No, the enemy. He was hiding the truth from us and prevented us from taking action. His death opened the way to freedom and made us realize that there is nothing up there. We are on our own.
You had better explain immediately what the warp is going on here.
Our illusions were shattered. The Arbites brought us here and left us to rot. For years we waited for our chance to die heroically in the name of the Imperium until we realized the Imperium is gone. All there is the riven sky.
Okay.
A warrior robbed of his right to perform feats in battle is akin to a caged beast. First it is madness that gnaws at his heart, and then it is Morkai, the bringer of death. And that outcome is far from the worst.
What makes you think there is no Imperium? The revolting semblance of a smile appears on his melted face.
Look around you. Everything you see was a tithe, a sacred payment to the Imperium, and what became of it? Why did it never travel to other worlds as we'd been promised? Why are we starving here instead of doing battle among the stars? Because there's nothing there. That's why.
You saw my shuttle arrive with your own eyes. Where do you think I came from?
The riven sky. You children of the Abyss like to toy with our minds. You keep bringing new garbage here and dumping it on our heads. All just to maintain the feeble facade of your lies. And you keep talking about a future that will never come. Enough!
What is the riven sky? The guardsman chuckles.
Don't try to fool me. We both know the truth. The riven sky is the abyss that has devoured everything outside. The primordial darkness. Sometimes the sky sends people, but they're imitations. Shadows wearing human skins. They don't know that they don't exist, but I see right through them. They come from the steel star with the scarlet overseeing eye, from your ruler's throne.
Alright, buddy, stop listening to Joe Rogan. We got some sense to talk here, okay? What nonsense. I am a fake. My name resounds through the Imperium. You must have heard of me.
You are not her. Just another of the sky's tricks.
But the captain's voice was unable to drown out the whispers of the guardsmen, who are already recounting your story to each other. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My illustrious glory made you famous far from the bounds of my home system. If the Imperium does not exist, then who feeds you?
We break containers open, and when we get our own sustenance. At least the food here is real. Your minions, the Arbites, toss us some rations, but they aren't enough for the whole regiment. There are too many of us now.
God, how long have they been here?
Your choice was between starving to death and desecrating the Tithe. This mitigating circumstance will be taken into account during your sentencing.
Do we call him insane? Or do we say, fine, you got me, I'm from the riven sky? I don't know. I think I'm going to call him out on it. You're insane.
That's what you emissaries of the riven sky always say, because you are afraid of one who knows the truth.
What do you need so many soldiers for, then?
Me? No. We need each other. Only together can we take on the riven sky and its emissaries. First we take out the Arbites, then we fly to the steel star in the sky, then we strike down the false rulers and begin our restoration of the true Imperium.
I need to get to the Arbites outpost.
Of course you do. Where else? I know the way. I dream of their little fortress at night, overwhelmed and aflame. The avenues of approach, the adjacent high grounds, the shelters, they are all burned into my mind because of how often I think about that place. The stepchildren and I will arrive there very soon. I will raise the bloodied head of the false law on a spike and destroy the illusion that the riven sky has any power left in it. Then the other guard units will join me, and our march towards the stars will begin.
Solomon rubs the bridge of his nose wearily.
I have no further questions for anyone who is clearly out of their mind. The question I would like to ask is if there was ever a way to prevent this ugly situation.
After examining the guardsman, Kibella gives a thoughtful nod.
The blood of a madman is hot, and his organs stay warm for longer. Useful for divinations.
Okay, alright, glad I brought you.
No matter your numbers, you will never take the Arbites outpost. The madman's face breaks into a smile. Ah, I'm sure that's what you think. You have one of the law dogs at your side. So you are their commander, emissary of the Riven Sky. With you as my hostage, the Arbites will open their gates to me without a fight. Take this one alive, stepchildren. We don't need the rest of them.
Alright.
I'll make an example out of you.
I'll turn you into
Got a lot of elves.
starch.
Demolitionist, are you going to explode? Yeah, you are carrying mines. Anti-personnel shells. Okay. You die first. Let's see here. We definitely want... Oh man, there's like... Sometimes you just end up surrounded and there's no good place to put certain characters. I guess Iliad can go here. Probably the best place for her. We should keep... I'm gonna try and maintain a defensive position on this side. Solomon can go here. So Solomon can go here. Oh, and he can deploy right next to people. Forgot about that. That's fun. Kibella can stay on this side as well. And Heinrichs, you can go right here. I will move slightly back. Alright. Let's go. So let's start. How do we start? Let's start with
I'll see
Iliad.
to it, personally.
Actually, let's start with dropping a foreboding on almost everyone. Let's make sure we get... We don't really need to get... Actually, we can get everyone.
It's
with
as
it.
good as
Great.
done.
Alright. Foreboding.
Who if not me?
Perfect timing. Prescience on Iliad. Sounds good. And we are going to actually just put a reader right here. Yeah.
My gut tells me
Right, like
it's
that.
a bad idea.
Combat locusts. Forewarning on
I'll
Glyta.
make it happen.
And let's let Iliad go. Okay. So, we could use perfect spot. Or I just start shooting. Let's take this guy out.
If I must.
And we'll also put a bounty on Captain Waltz. And who else? Do we have any more demolitionists? Yes,
This
we do.
tedium is beneath me.
Okay. We don't actually need to use... It's like this. And it won't kill him. So maybe we do. I'll
I
take
understand
perfect
your
spot
intent.
and use a basic shot on this guy.
If it serves your...
Alright. And I will run back here. I'll
I'll
drop
see
an
to it
overwhelming stratagem.
personally.
Why not? We have another turn, so I could shoot as well. I will shoot that
It's
guy.
as good as... Consider this a taste of what's to come.
Right. Ow.
Out of my way. Right like a pop.
Yeah, perfect timing is a lot of fun. Okay, so we'll claim the bounty on him. I think we might want to actually do a little bit of we don't want to do that. Do we want to do piercing shot here? Not really. You do intimidation. It'll affect quite a few guys, actually. And then we make sure he
I
dies.
am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
And we'll claim the bounty. Alright, he's dead. So intimidation goes off. Still have plenty of actions.
If it
We will
serves your
put-
cause.
Oh, what? Attacks a marked target. Yeah, great. Call the bold. We'll do precise
This
attack.
tedium is beneath me.
Call the bold.
If it serves your cause.
And we're gonna shoot Captain Waltz.
Fortune favors the swift.
Alright,
Let's get to it.
what are you gonna do? Okay, Solomore. Well, they are nicely lined up here. They're also nicely lined up there. Let's see here. So if we go there, we have just a delightful number of shots there. We also have a delightful number of shots here. I think I'm going to shoot this way, because we're going to get Raid. Raid Shadow Legends. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Yeah.
Moving into
Do
position.
advanced tracking as well, because we're gonna do all the fun Glyto stuff. Strategic
Glyto,
adaptation.
We're undertaking this task.
And Fulminous? No, we'll do Grizzly Adjudication here. I'm not too worried about them being dodgy. Oh, he dodged. Making me eat my own words. Jerk. Okay. Run. I want to separate these. Yeah, an advanced tracking here, and then we do that. Okay. Protect, growl, separate ability. There we go. Okay. So you're gonna go and bite this
One of us
demolitionist,
would be enough.
if you would. All right. Fantastic. What can we do now? Not much more. We could throw a grenade. We could throw a an immobilization grenade right here that would also hit Glyto. Glyto can dodge attacks from the Master. Okay. And Glyto, I don't care if he's immobilized. He's next to two baddies right now, so he's gonna have a good day. All right. Bella's turn. Well, we could do some work over there. There's that jerk up there as well. First thing, we're gonna have Kibella do her usual masochistic nonsense. So she's gonna
As the tenets demand.
sanguinate herself and do all that fun stuff. And then she can move here. It's a little risky. She can move there. So if I do that, and then use the, no, not Death from Above, but Blade Dance, it could hit Glyto, and I would rather not do that. Or we go back here. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, let's do it a slightly different way. So we'll run here,
I am your blade and shield.
and then I will use Death from Above to jump
The
right there.
shadows will see it caught by the web.
And then we do this.
Let your soul be purged.
Okay, wow, they all lived. Survive this,
Me.
bitch. Alright. Them surviving has been rectified. And we can jump right here.
As
That
honor
one didn't light up.
ordains.
Fantastic. Okay, so that demolitionist is having a rough day. And now what do? We can jump on over here. Get the
As
captain
tenets demand.
as well. Okay. And we can jump back to here.
I shall not fail. Come.
Okay,
The
demolitionist
other
is
side
dead.
awaits.
And then we can jump back
As
to here.
honor ordains.
Oh, dodged. Okay. Pain
Trust
resonance.
me, death
Everyone's in
is a
pain.
blessing.
Okay. Pain resonance is fun. I probably should use Gift of Torment before using Pain Resonance, but whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine. So we have Death from Above again. We can jump up here.
As honor ordains.
Okay. And we can also use Death Waltz. Let's use Death Waltz. On you.
Let not the righteous fear. May their blades be sharp.
Alright, well that one's dead. You gonna jump down? No. Okay, that was a little unfortunate. However, he's dead. Okay. He's gonna also be dead in just a sec here. Here it goes.
Free brings me no pleasure.
Solomon casts a grave look over the battlefield, then turns sharply to you.
A change of tactics. We must cut off all the arrival points for their reinforcements. See those cable counterweights? They're what's keeping the containers suspended. We get rid of the counterweights and the containers will fall and block the passages. Someone will have to climb into this semblance of a tank and open fire on those targets while the rest activate the shell loading system using the cogitators and hold off to enemies. Choose who will man the tank. Do not look at me, Eitvater. This machine may have been blessed with the proud name of Leman Russ, but it is too small to fit one of the Emperor's angels.
Command one of your own kind, Elantark. The path of the outcast has taught me much, but you may keep the secret to controlling your primitive machines to yourself.
Solomon drive the tank? Or Heinrichs?
Heinrichs, can you figure it out?
Oh, fuck it. Maybe I'll do it. This is a task for a rogue trader.
Good luck. We won't let the enemy get through to you.
Hell yeah. Tank time? So now what? Am I driving a tank? We gotta blow these things up? Power up the tank. Ah, we gotta power up the tank. Okay. So now it's still Cabela's turn. Well, he's dead, so we don't need to worry about him anymore. We could return her to the place where she started, which is near one of those. And there are more enemies nearby. That'll be our last action point. We can dance macabre over in that general direction. We'll get her all the way. And then we'll get her part of the way. Well, I mean, we could also do it like this. She can press this. Not enough action points. Lame. Right.
I shall
Keep
not
dancing.
succumb.
Well,
The
there
other
goes another one.
side awaits.
And,
My blade whispers your name.
yeah. A mildly productive turn. Oh boy, here they come. That didn't do anything. Leman Russ battle tank. Oh, joy. So look, I need to blow that up? That's a counterweight? But what if I were to, like... Okay, I don't want to blow up Early yet. But I could do this. That's a good shot. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, a battle cannon will do that.
Hold on.
These guys are clearly insane.
When Fenris is in battle, oceans bleed.
Oceans bleed. Awesome. Okay, so we can start taking these guys out over here, I think. Or we can drop Word of the Emperor. I'm not hitting Early yet, but she probably doesn't want that anyways. Alright. Light of the Emperor. Everyone's a little damaged, or at least some of them are. I will also patch up Ulfar a little bit. Because somehow, in some way, he has taken some damage. So what we'll do here is run Heinrichs about that far. And then we can get an opening on this guardsman right here. And we can charge right here.
The Inquisition sends their regards.
And then
I won't object to it.
flash that one. And then
Naturally.
we kill him. Oh, I wanted to use the other one. Okay. Wrong
Let's see,
weapon. Alright, Iron Arm. Should have done that beforehand. Whatever.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Yeah, you literally just got hit by an anti-tank mine and was like, eh. I've had worse. So I believe you when you say you feel nothing. Okay. We could blow that up to 825. We could just have Ulfar break it. Honestly, I do wonder, like, how much damage can Ulfar do to this thing? I want to know. Let's find out. Can Ulfar break it himself? So, if we do a chop right here, we can't hit these guys. So what I'll do first is maybe just whack it with the sword. Or we could kick it. We could kick it. We could also kick one of these guys. Let's be smart about this. Chop here. Goodbye. Ah, I got dodged it. Good on you. Alright. Devastating attack. And then we wildfire. And I slash it with the sword. That didn't do very much. Okay. We'll do run and gun. And then I will pistol it at point blank range and see what kind of damage this does. Alright, not very much. Then I'll kick it. Is this a worthwhile use of Ulfar's skills? No. But I just want to see if it can be done.
Can do this better than a warrior of the All-Father.
Somebody needs to power up the tank. I don't know what that means. And he's out of action points, of course. So I guess he's not doing that. Okay, we got another one of these demolitionists. Ouch.
I won't go down easy.
Let's make it quick.
We are taking damage.
Throw.
There's absolutely some risk in this fight. Maybe I shouldn't be screwing around. Ow. Tank demolitionist. Yeah. An anti-tank weapon can actually do damage to its targets.
A colossal mistake.
I would say intelligent plan. Ooh, we got some lag here. Seems everything's fine. Recording's still going. That's good. Ouch.
Born predator does not become prey.
Jesus. Oh boy.
My reckoning
Yeah, she
will be
can't take that.
swift.
She's squishy. Okay. We're in a bit of trouble. Oh boy.
If I must.
We've got to get rid of these damn demolitionists. That's the real problem there.
If it serves your cause.
Somebody can also shoot him like so.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
Still alive. What a jerk. In my sights on
If it
you, I
serves
guess.
your cause.
You'll probably be in my sights. Solomorn, meanwhile, is just like, eh. This is fine. So, can Glido move? He was immobilized, but maybe he doesn't care. Maybe he just doesn't give a shit. It's possible. That being said,
Hold the formation.
I'm sure you can see what I'm about to do here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Understood. The Lex is inescapable.
Okay. Run and gun. And I would like to repeat the process. Now, we can't hit the last guy again?
The order is clear. Target eliminated.
Oh, you guys are dodgy. Maybe I should be using the fulminating shots. Anyways, I think we're gonna bite him. Right? Yeah.
Let's test our skills, Glato.
Okay, he can still move. Well, Glido's pretty good. Solomorn is pretty good. He's fun, also. Like the versatility. We could trap that one behind there. Not sure if that's worth it. A Mind Scrambler grenade might not be bad right here on these two.
Take it as a priority.
Throw 'em. Okay, so hopefully they can't attack. We can just kind of ignore them for the moment. Okay, Kibella. I want to power up the tank
Comes
first.
in silence.
We'll leave these guys to it. Alright. So that's active. So I'm going to shoot with the tank right there next turn. So we're not going to worry about that. So I'm going to run on over here. And start getting busy here. I don't want to hit Heinrichs. So what I will do is death from above to the other side.
Trust me.
I'm done with this one.
Okay, well, they're dead. And then I can move right here or there. Let's move here. Let's get this guy. I don't like the way he's looking at me.
Let your soul be hurt.
Alright. Well, don't need to worry about him anymore. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. This is the wrong green button. But, and then again, that was alright. And then she's gonna come here. It's fine, actually. It was okay. Because then she can slash one of these jerks. Get rid of him.
Executed.
Indeed. And then you can go over here.
As honor ordained.
Okay, I wanted to hit him, but he got away. Is there another big power or big thing there? I could shoot the cannon over that way, to be fair. So maybe I'll just take out everyone around here. Alright, death from above this way. Get out of the way of it. It's possible.
Death is a blessing.
None of that going on. And we'll drop a Veil of Blades this way. Just in case.
Me.
Okay, so my turn with the tank. Oh, more guys coming in. Okay, that's what's causing the lag. God, another demolitionist too. Oh boy.
Let's make it quick.
That's a nice shotgun-shaped blast area. So if I were to shoot the battle cannon right here, so I don't want to hit Irliet, or I could do it right here. That seems like an even better place. Bye. Chunky salsa for everyone. My god. Counterweights to destroy. There's 3 more? Oh, they don't get taken out in one hit. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. End turn.
Vengeance will be swift.
You're gonna die from the fire that you're currently experiencing. Is there any counterweights over this way? There's a, oh, there's something we can blow up over there. I don't know if I can get to that right now, though. I don't think so. I'm kind of limited. So I'll run on over here.
The Emperor is on our side.
And you're iron-armed. I'm going to iron-arm Kibella. So I'm going to right-click and cancel it. Now I'm going to do it again. Okay. We've got to do some healing.
But of
heal
course,
myself.
Lord Captain. I won't
Light of the
object to it.
Emperor. Oops.
There is only death. Yours or mine.
That actually worked out for us a little. Okay. So I've got to charge someone. Got to charge him. So what I really need to do is swap these weapons around. Because right now he's charging with the staff, and that's less effective. We could also just use Siphon Life. Slurpee up one of these jerks. Let's get that guy. Alright. Oh, hi. Well. It was bound to happen sooner or later.
I won't object to it.
Anyways, demons.
But of course, Lord Captain.
That didn't do much. Okay.
Out of my way!
Really, it might be going down here. Okay, perfect timing was very handy.
Another scar for my collection.
Anti-tank mine, just no.
Will perish for this affront.
Okay, that's doing it. That's getting through his defenses.
Let's get to it.
No, he didn't die in the fire. That makes me sad.
Scorn the pain.
Well, at least he shot the screamer.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
I won't go down
Brings me
easy.
no pleasure.
Hold on. Let's make it quick.
Okay.
Now,
Solomorn's down. Holy shit.
with foes
Alright,
as
Glido's gone berserk.
apprentice.
Oh my god. This is, well, I wanted a hard encounter.
Make it.
A hard encounter has been found. Admittedly, I screwed around at the beginning of it a little bit.
Let's get to it.
But holy shit, this is just an absolutely ridiculous swarm. Okay, so she's gotta... We gotta do something. What does powering up the tank do? I have no idea. But I'm gonna run her on over here.
The designated position.
And power up the tank. Or whatever that's worth. And, yeah, we can do some desperate measures. Gladiator's healing kit on yourself or Ulfar? I don't think she can heal Ulfar.
Your technology is limited, but I am grateful.
Yeah. What do we need to shoot? I mean, there's a few people we can shoot. What about a grenade? What about a... Or this would be a decent place for a plasma grenade. She could do that. Not a bad idea.
This tedium is beneath me.
Okay. She can still shoot as well. That's good.
If I must.
Yeah. Maybe shoot one of these guys here. I can hit an ally anywhere? No. Great. Shoot him.
Not yours. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Yikes. Who's next? Lehman Russ. Fantastic. Okay, we have a giant blob here. And, I think I know what to do with them. We also need to make sure we hit that thing. So, let's, okay, we can take it out with a shot right here. That'll get rid of most of these guys. Goodbye.
Inferior vermin.
Okay. That way is closed. So we can start to muster our defenses there. I'm really glad I sent the rogue trader in here. Although the officer abilities are quite nice. And turn. Okay. Kibella can save this encounter. So does... I gotta wonder if powering up the tank increases its initiative order or something. So if that's the case, that might be worth doing. I'm gonna quickly do it. Can I do it from here?
Mercy and retribution.
I can. Great. Alright, so I'm gonna run back here. And we're going to, Death from above. Right there.
I shall not fade. Let your soul be purged.
Okay. And then I'm gonna blade dance.
My blade whispers your name.
Death from above right here.
Let your soul be purged.
Oh, death from above back there again.
Trust me.
Why not? There they go. One more down. That guy's still alive. Just a little bit vexing, but not much you can do about it. We'll dance macabre our way over here.
Tenants demand.
I will death from above right there. And what I will then do is Gift of Torment.
Shadows will see it done.
We'll do Where It Hurts next round. And, yeah.
Trust me.
Veil of Blights. Here come more of them. I think Heinrich's is gonna go down. Is Ulfar down? No, he's like... I can't interact with him. Oh, we can shoot again. Well, ain't that just swell? Bye! Alright. One flank is secured. I think powering up the tank lets it go quicker.
I won't die here.
Is pretty clutch. Okay, so a big old desperate measures siphon life would be pretty solid right now. So let's hit this tank demolitionist with it.
Red ends in death.
What happened to the fucking... Did the tank just die? I am confused. That was weird. Anyways, kill him.
Your reckoning is due.
Then you can run right here.
Get me a target.
Kill him with
Let's see to it. Be gone.
Another one down.
I won't object to it.
Get a little bit of extra health. Alright, in turn. Ulfar can't go. Something wrong with him.
I feel nothing. Fear nothing.
Okay, Screamer's up to no good. As they typically are.
Pay an even greater price.
I'll channel my pain.
Still alive?
Let's make it quick.
Nope. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Out of my way.
So Glido's just going to do what Glido does. Okay, he's not very effective in his leaderless mode, which I guess is sensible. Is Irliet down as well? She's not.
Here we go.
She just couldn't do anything. So we basically are relying on the tank here. Oh no, she can't do stuff. Okay. So I'm going to move back into this location. Because we have some bonuses there. Oh, I should have charged the tank first. Okay, I'm going to move back to here. I could have undone that. Oh well, too late. Alright. Okay. We can still do stuff from here. That's fine. There's plenty of enemies to shoot here.
I understand your intent.
Cover. Take the piercing shot. That's going to be great. Got lots of over penetration. And I think... Where is that? Intimidation?
This tedium is beneath me.
That should be good. Because then we can land a shot here. Get a nice intimidation on a couple of these guys. Her assassin build was much better, but whatever. I don't care. So if Kibella were to move right here, she could get a fair bit of... we'll drop a Gift of Torment first. And then we'll do Blade Dance. Kibella's gonna have a fucking field day here. There's a lot of baddies.
Let your soul be purged.
Jump right back to here.
As honor ordained.
Okay. Another one down. And, I guess... Why don't you... We'll do it like so. And I will do this here and kill these two.
Come, the other side awaits.
And we can do another death from above. Right here.
The shadows will see.
And that's another one dead. Alrighty then. Pain resonance.
I shall not. Death is a blessing.
Alright. And why don't we move away from the area that's about to explode and go over this way? And we will once again drop a Veil of Blades right there. Okay, Ulfar's still down. The Screamer is just dissipating into the warp, so that's great.
Brings me no pleasure.
Okay, Ulfar's back up. I guess he went down and then he goes into some, like, phase where he gets back up. Kind of cool.
I will not die in dishonor.
Let's make it quick.
Irliet's turn. Power up the tank again. Okay. What else can we do? We got a nice triple shot right there. That could be fun. Why don't you drop that?
If I must.
Piercing shot. We call the bold, or do I drop... No, we drop an intimidation. Okay, well, we'll get two at least.
Fortune favors the swift.
Okay, Kibella's turn. I think the tank is dead. No, it's not. So I'm going to run over here. It's back up again. It was temporarily destroyed by warp fuckery. We're not going to ask too many questions. Okay, yeah.
The shadows will
it's only going to hit the one guy, so just kill him. And we can we move further? I can always dance macabre
as honor
my way over this way. Then jump here.
Come, the other side awaits.
And we'll jump on over to here.
The tenants.
Kill him. And they're all dead. No, they're not. There's more.
Let's get to it.
But they will be dead. And it's still Kibella's turn. I'm not going to run there. because that would be dumb. So I will Veil of Blades that way.
I shall
then.
not fail.
Okay, Ulfar. Ulfar can do fun things. Ulfar's gonna run right here.
I challenge you, damn get.
So that he's standing in the zone. And then he's gonna swap to the regular old bolter. We're gonna use rapid fire. And we're gonna put a lot of Daka over in this direction.
So it shall be. I will carve runes out of your bones.
Wildfire. I'll throw a frag grenade. Plenty of these. Okay. I will then swap to the bolt pistol. We'll drop a Revel in Slaughter.
Don't dishonor the wolf with such tasks.
Run and gun. Which is actually just going to be a stand there and gun. And shoot that guy.
Become the All-Father's worthy
No kick.
instrument.
Don't get close to that. Okay, it's coming anyways.
Is that all you've got?
An offering of blood.
He's eating like 3 tank mines. Or anti-tank mines. Okay, can I use my tank? Or no? I would really like to use the tank. I may need to power it up more. Well, we're still doing it. Or do we need to actually destroy this one on our own? That would be bad.
I understand
Okay, intimidation,
your intent. I
piercing
am not
shot.
your Xenos pet monkey.
I'm actually going to
This
shoot
tedium
here
has
like
been
so.
ancestors guide me.
And then we can also drop a cold bolt on them.
If it serves your cause, I deal death with my hands.
See? That wasn't bad. And then, fuck it, I'm gonna use an in my sights on the attachment point and shoot it. Okay. I gotta do some damage to this thing. We could swap to the dual weapons here, real quick. Just see if that's gonna be more effective or less effective.
As
Let's find
honor
out.
ordained, killing brings me no
I
pleasure.
mean, it was good against that guy. It's actually very good.
Death is a blessing.
Okay. Then if we swap back to the single sword and dance macabre our way to, like, right here, I can attack the attachment point multiple times. There we go. That's actually a lot of fucking damage. Holy shit. This might just do
Trust
it.
me. Come.
Okay.
The other side awaits.
When tank shells fail, use sword. Probably never hear that line again in your life, but you heard it once.
As
Kill
honor
him.
ordained.
Alright. One guy left. That's it. Blade Veil. God, Kibella has been so good. Basically won this encounter. Look at all the dead people. This is probably the highest casualty fight we've been in yet.
Our foes reek of cowardice.
Yeah. Shoot him. Yep, that's that. And there goes the tank. Glad I got out. Okay. Well, that was messy, but we did it. We pulled through. What a clusterfuck. Yeah, there's gonna be some looting to be done. You can even loot all the guys that came in. Oh my god. Trophy last gun. Always add to cargo. I am not doing all of these. Okay, elite chainsword. Not good enough to be worth anything. What about this? Bloody mentor. Whenever the wielder hits an ally with this weapon, that ally gains... Okay. This is good on, like, a commissar, but I don't have a commissar character. That's a great weapon on a commissar. And we've got Captain Waltz's key, so all of these need to always be added to cargo for future reference. These as well. However, I'm not going to go through all of that. Okay, so that's still not doing it. Pretty sure I clicked always add to cargo. Maybe we need to do it like so? Whatever.
I always have a backup plan.
Ah. Right. So...
The songs of my ancestors speak of stars long forgotten and worlds long gone. What a shame that you lack the capacity to understand even a single note.
She was being friendly for the first half. So we quickly use the regular med pack here.
I must. Thank you. Take this and stay out of my way.
No medicae needed. Just give me some mjod.
Good old mjod.
I can heal your wounds,
So you've
not
got
your
some
soul. You
injuries.
cannot trick
These
death.
don't get rid
It will
of
claim me
injuries. We do have something that gets rid of injuries, but they're quite limited. I think it's no, maybe we don't have them anymore. Because these count as... Yeah, only on the bridge. There were some things that got rid of them, but... It is what it is. Okay. I'll equip the Gladiator's healing kit again here. 2 of them. Okay, well, we took some damage there, and I think we're going to proceed inwards. However, we're going to do that in the next episode, because this one's already long, and the previous one was also quite long. So this is going to be where I leave things off, in a nice room, with, there's a bit of a tomato juice accident here, but we'll get it cleaned up. Alright guys, drop this video a like, and blood for the blood god. Ash Heritor out.